Hi, this is Sammie Smiles, and I'm your host, Sammy Vance. This podcast is sure to leave you inspired and with a smile. Now let's get right into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of Sammie Smiles. I'm your host, Sammy Vance, and today we have Tessy Ojo with us. Tessy is the Chief Executive of the Diana Award, which I had the honor of being a 2020 recipient of. And she is also, she's also a creative civil society leader experienced in driving change and redefining outcomes of children and young people. So I'm so excited for this podcast, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a real pleasure. I love meeting Dan Award holders. I love meeting you guys, but actually to come to your event feels pretty special. So yeah, it's a great honor.
Yeah, this is an honor to have you on here. So thanks. So I guess we can get started. Tessy Ojo is the CEO of Diana Award, and it's the only award named after Princess Diana. The Diana Award program helps spread the message Princess Diana wanted everyone to know. Young people can change the world, which I love because my quote is, just have to be an adult to make a difference. You could be a kid too. So I think that's pretty cool. Also, Tessy has won some really cool awards, and I'm just super excited to get onto this. So I guess if you're ready, we can get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so I was honored to receive the Diana Award in 2020 along with a bunch of inspiring kids from all over the world. So for the people not familiar with the Diana Award, can you tell the listeners a little bit about what it is?
For sure. So the Diana Award, which you rightly said, is the only award across the world that young people can get in memory of Princess Diana. And the award really recognizes, like you said as well, Princess Diana believed that young people with the right support can change the world. And our aim really is to find young people from across the world who are changing the world, just so that we can shine a spotlight on them, celebrate them, and really truly show the world that these are examples of those young people who are changing the world. But the third thing, and for me what's pretty special, is I always see the Diana Award as an incubator. Like, it's about recognizing that young people have potential, and how can we add value? How can we get alongside that young person? How can we help be a cheerleader, be whatever we can to do to support those young people, to do much more, to amplify the amazing things that they're doing. That's kind of what we hope to do through the Diana Award.
Yeah, and I think that is so cool because the Diana Award has like so many different things involved, such as like kindness campaign, which we'll anti-bullying campaign, which we will get into a little bit later. So yeah, I wanted to say that I think it's cool that your award is nomination based, and instead of the nominee needing to fill like lots of essays and prep, it is instead someone else that they have impacted who nominates them, which I think that's really cool. It was a big surprise to me when I was picked, and it meant so much finding out who nominated me. Why did you choose to do it that way?
That's such a brilliant question, and I'm so glad you raised it, because we always said from the onset that this is not about working towards an award. We don't want to give an award to young people who work for an award. That's not the point. The point, when we think about Princess Diana, she didn't have to do the things that she did, right? She just did it. She did it because she cared. And so what we try to do is retrospectively recognize and celebrate young people who are doing great things without the expectation of a reward. So we're looking for selfless service. That's the word. Looking out for young people, like I said, young people who recognize a need in their society, in their community, and go for it and just do it. What we want to do is that other people see that great work and then tell us. So whenever, sometimes I get emails from maybe a young person and say, oh, look, I really deserve that award. I always say, actually, if you say that, then you absolutely do not deserve it, because that's not the spirit of it. The spirit of it is, it's got to be selfless service to others.
Yeah, and I think that is so cool because it really, I think just the way you do that, I think it's super cool and it does make such a big impact. And seeing other people nominate these young kids is just really cool to see and hear about. So I think that's amazing. My favorite part about my Buddy Bench project is and spreading kindness is meeting new people such as you and interacting with them. It seems like working with the Diana Award would be really rewarding job, being able to hear so many inspiring stories all around the world. So what is the best part about your job?
Such a tough question. Why do you ask me that? Do you know what? I couldn't possibly. I think the best part of my job, I often say that I have the best job in the entire world. The reason I say that is because whilst sometimes in the media talks about young people from a negative point of view, I get to see and experience the best part of young people. I get to meet people like you who are just incredible, who's seen a need in their community and are just making a difference. People who selflessly serve, young people who are passionate, compassionate, just incredible humans. Being able to do that for a job is literally the best thing ever. So yeah, the best part of my job is meeting people like you.
Yeah, it's the same thing with me. I just love to meet new people and interact with them, hear inspiring stories and everything. I just think it helps keep me motivated, and I think that's really cool. Um, and yeah, even though we do different things, it's cool to see similarities in what we do. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Besides the Diana Award itself, you guys also focus on mentoring programs, which I think is really cool, and have a huge focus on anti-bullying programs. Um, Though I started Sammie's Buddy Bench project to make sure that no one feels alone, buddy benches can also be used to combat bullying with kindness. And I think that it is just such an important topic. So can you tell us a little bit about your anti-bullying program and where it is going?
For sure. So you're right, because the Diana Award, whilst we're called the Diana Award, giving out the award is only one of the things that we do. We do loads of other stuff. Like ultimately, we want to ensure, you know, that quote that we said earlier, that young people have the power to change the world with the right support. We know that if young people are going to be able to change the world, if young people are going to be able to thrive in society, they need to live their best life. They need to live. When they go to school, the school has to be free of bullying. When they are at home, they need to be able to have opportunities to thrive. So we place mentors, we place mentors in the life of a young person to make sure that they have all they need to thrive. Anti-bullying for us started really because young people like you often told us about their experiences at school. And we realized increasingly that the level of absenteeism at school was increasing. And the reason it was increasing was because young people were sometimes worried about going into school because of their experience of not feeling safe, not having friends, because sometimes the culture or the behavior at the school was wrong. So we wanted to do something about it. We felt that, you know, one of the things we often heard from adults like myself is that bullying would always happen. Bullying is character building, which I absolutely do not agree. And because we truly believe that you guys, as young people, have the power to make a difference, we wanted to be able to tackle that age old problem in a different way. We wanted to give the power to young people to say, we're going to train you, we're going to give you the tools and the responsibility to look after your peers. You have the job of being called an anti-bullying ambassador. We will give you everything you need, but then you go back into your school, create a team, and together change the behavior in your school. And it's incredible because this is what I love about young people. We have so far over 4,000 young people across the UK who wear the badge of saying, I'm an anti-bullying ambassador, and they are making change happen. They're doing it, and I'm so proud of every single one of them. One of the things that we see when a school has the program, we see that the students feel happier. They always say to us, the school feels like a kinder place to be because it's about support, isn't it? It's about when you're feeling sad or lonely, just knowing that, like your bench, knowing that there's somewhere I can go, and when I sit there, someone else will come around me and will speak to me. That's incredible.
Yeah, thank you. And I think that's really amazing that you do the anti-bullying campaign, because like hearing about it, it just fills me with joy. And I know it is helping so many people, because a big thing when going back to school, like we are starting school is starting back here pretty soon. And a big worry about that is bullying. So I think that this really does help. And I really think it's just an amazing thing. So yeah, I thought it was, sorry, what?
I just said thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. So I thought it was neat to be a part of the virtual award program for the 2020 winners. Seeing the special guests such as Prince William and Will Poulter was really neat and made it feel special. I'm a pretty big fan of the Maze Runner series, and I thought it was really cool because Will Poulter plays Gally in the Maze Runner movies. And I know that he is also a part of the anti-bullying campaign. So it's kind of cool to see someone that I look up to stand up for something similar to what I do. So how involved are these guests with your program? And can you tell us like a little bit about what it is?
Sure. I mean, it's incredible to have so many supporters, people who support our programs, people who believe in what we believe. And from time to time, we get different people. Sometimes we ask young people, like yourselves, who should we get involved? And so if you ever saw us run one of those surveys, please do tell us, because we love to get your input into the kind of people that we get involved. We know that it's so important to have positive role models. So we don't necessarily go for just someone who's famous for being
Yeah.
in a movie. We go with people who we share the same values. And so Will Potter is one of those that we absolutely love him. He is incredible because he truly believes in the power of young people. He talks about his own experience of being bullied when he was young. And he often talks about actually that because of his experience of bullying, he actually began to, he felt a little bit isolated and began to write. And that's part of what led him to where he is today. So he's a great guy. I absolutely love having him involved. But we also love to have various people involved who share the same values as us. So I will be asking you for your recommendation of who else we should get involved, because it's always a great way to make those connections.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that is just such a cool way to get people involved. And it's just like inspiring to see how all these people around the world can make a difference and how you guys are helping that. And I just think that's really cool. So I love your Monday motivation videos that feature you talking and and then one of the past winners sharing some inspiration. I was lucky enough to be a part of one of those Mondays. I think it is important to start your week off right and with a smile. So this is also one of the reasons why I post Sammie Smiles podcast episode every Monday, and I hope to inspire others. What do you think Motivation Monday, or why do you think Motivation Mondays are important?
Oh, that's so cool. Actually, do you know what? I love doing it. Like we started doing it last year just in the pandemic because we knew that you guys were in lockdown, particularly here in the UK, all of the children were at home, and we wanted to be able to kind of help you start the week right. We wanted to tell you, but also, it wasn't necessarily about, we've just talked about adults role models, but actually you guys are such an incredible, positive peer role model to yourselves, where we just thought, the best way to help you guys see that even in the midst of COVID, with all of the uncertainties, we wanted to just share a story that sets your week right. And so we started it. We started sharing weekly. And my team asked me if I would love to introduce. I'm like, yeah, of course. That's like the best thing ever. But I love it. I absolutely love doing it because it just means I also get to know what the young people are doing. I get a month, my team sends me a month's worth, but I do them weekly because I want to be able to just read the story, think about that story, and then I only have 15 seconds to introduce someone. This is my secret. I have to tell, I'm telling you my secret now. I have to do a intro in basically one slide of an Instagram story, which is 15 seconds. So when this, and sometimes my team sends me the whole page of the person's story. So when I got your story, it's a whole page, and I'm thinking, how can I do that in 15 seconds? So I spend all week reading the story and thinking about, what do I want people to know? What is the most important? If someone was telling me the story of Sammie, if I was in a lift and I wanted to be able to tell someone very quickly your story, and I only have 15 seconds in the lift, what can I tell them that they go, oh my God, I want to meet her? And so I think about it all week, and then on Monday morning or sometimes Sunday night, I record my 15 seconds, which I try to do in one take because it's only 15 seconds. So yeah, I absolutely love doing it. And like I said, for me, it's about, if you didn't have time to flip through all of the slides, what do you need to hear that morning that's like the kick off your backside to make you think, I need to do something?
Yeah, I think that's really cool, and that's actually really good advice because sometimes I'll have to like film a video and it takes me a couple of tries to get what to say exactly right, or when I'm talking about someone in the video. So that's good. I like to, it's a good way to think of what would make other people want to meet this person. So thank you for that. That's actually really helpful.
Anytime, you're welcome.
Yeah. So my book is coming out next month. It's called Inspire the World, A Kid's Journey to Making a Difference. And I feel that aligns with what the Diana Award mission is. Um, in fact, I actually get to mention the Diana Award a little bit. So I'm excited to tell my story in the format of a book so that kids can hopefully relate to it and be inspired, and inspire their own journey to making a difference. Who knows? Maybe they will go to the go. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling right now. But yeah, and I just wanted to say that I know that there's other like Diana Award winners that have made books, and they're like also inspiring just to see and read about them. So how do you actually choose the winners?
Wow, it's a that so we well that we have a whole process. So firstly we have a criteria for which someone has to be meet all of the criteria to get the award. So for example, one of the criteria is that they've been working on the project for longer than 1 year. So it means if your project is brand new or something you've only done for a few months, that's an easy no. So there's some easy no's that we give out, that we say to nominate us. We also say that the nominator must not know the nominee, must not be related to the nominee. So for example, your mom loves you. If your mom sends us an application for you, that's an absolute no. And so there's certain criteria that we set down. Now, when everybody then meets the criteria, it becomes a really tough bit. So we're really lucky that we have volunteer judges. I don't have to do it because left to me, I'll give everyone that meets the criteria. But we have volunteer judges who sign up every year. My team trains the judges and they have a process and they discuss it among themselves, and then we decide. Ultimately, we know that the Diana Award is the highest, is the most prestigious humanitarian award that a young person can get. and it's really, really important for us when we say that Sammie is a Diana Award recipient. We want the world to know that you are an important person. We want the world to truly believe because you've gone through a thorough process with us. So for us, it's so important that we keep the value and the quality of the award. And every year we review this. So yeah, it's a long process that we do internally. But yeah, it's touch wood, it's a good process. I mean, we got you, so that must be a good thing.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's a cool insight of what it is like. And I agree. I would do the same thing if everyone met the criteria, or if like all the people that met the criteria, I would like say yes, okay, you got it, you got it.
I
Because
couldn't possibly say no. I just can't. So I'm so glad. The team say that to me all the time. They Tessy, don't even look at the forms because you're like, oh my God, oh my goodness. No, so I don't.
yeah, yeah, I think that's cool. So you also had the Legacy Award coming up this year. Can you tell the listeners a little bit about that?
Yes, so the legacy is pretty awesome. I'm so excited for the legacy. I can't tell you so much about what's happening this year because it's all still a top secret. However, I can tell you how we started the legacy. So in 2017, it was the 20th year of the late princess's death, and so we wanted to kind of create another awards with that was really about celebrating legacy. We wanted to look back 20 years on, who are those young people and where are they now? What are they doing? So the Legacy Award was created in some way a reflective award, looking back at the previous cohort of Diana Award holders to look back at those young people who not necessarily involved with the Diana Award. You don't have to have set up the project. You can just be involved with it. Legacy was looking really at leadership, was looking at those young people who globally who had started something and who we have a set of criteria, but it was really about young people who were creating stuff, were almost creating another form of legacy out of the legacy of Princess Diana. And really it was, how can we, if they've created a brand new legacy in their own country, how can we grow that new legacy? So that's kind of the whole principle of legacy. So we began to, it's a reflective award. So in 2017, when we started, we looked back at the award holders from the last 10 years. And we decided it was going to be once every 2 years. So we came in 2019, we looked back at the previous 2 years. And so in 2021, we're looking back at the last 2 years. So it's always going to be a 2-year reflection to see where the journey people have been on. So that's pretty exciting. I'm really excited about it this year.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And it shows all the amazing people making a difference. And yeah, I just love what you guys do in general. So I think it would be really cool to meet Princess Diana. My last question before the rapid fire round is, if you could ask Princess Diana one question, what would it be?
Whoa, that's a big question. That is such a big question. So one of the things that I love when I meet her, when I'm with her sons, they often say to me, our mother will be proud of what you're doing, and our mother will be proud of the young people. I would love to hear that from her directly. So if I had to meet her, I would ask her, are you really proud of these young people? That would be the question.
I like that. Yeah. Okay, I'd have to do two questions. One question, one question would be, how do you stay so true to yourself all the time? And the second one is, what would make you smile? I think that would be.
How do I stay true to myself? I I am very intentional in what I do. I'm not one that follows trends in that sense. Doesn't matter what trend, I just follow me. I don't often, actually yesterday on my Instagram, I posted a thing that said, and I was at the gym yesterday morning. I think it was, yesterday was Wednesday, yesterday morning. And I saw a sign that said, that was talking about a 12-week transformation exercise routine, blah, blah. And I began to think about 12 weeks. 12 weeks, it's a chunk, it's 3 months. It's easier to say in weeks, it's actually 3 months. But I also realized that actually, if you really want to make anything happen, you have to put in time, you have to put in the effort. But sometimes society tells you that everything's fast, quick, easy, shortcut. And I think that sometimes in the process of going through shortcuts, you miss out on building yourself. You miss out on being the real you because you're always looking for a shortcut. So I truly believe in just following your path. Do not pursue trends. Do not pursue shortcuts. If there's a trend out there, doesn't mean that you close your eyes to it. Think about it, but just follow you. What makes me smile? You guys, young people, and the incredible work you do. I smile genuinely. I think I smile more when I'm with young people. When I'm with adults, the adults are great. I love adults, but I literally feel like I just get so much life out of being with you guys.
I love that. Yeah. So that's a great answer, and I agree with it. So if you're ready, we can get onto the rapid fire round.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just ask you a few questions and you can answer with the first thing that comes to mind. So
Okay.
for the first one, what's your favorite food?
Chicken.
Favorite color?
Pink.
Favorite
No.
favorite animal?
Puppies. Has to be a puppy, not a proper dog, just a puppy.
Yeah. Yes. Favorite day of the week?
Friday.
Nice.
Because I like to play the song Friday. Do you know that song?
I
Just
don't.
think I always play every Friday. I bet people are just so fed up. I'm like, Friday, and Saturday. Anyway, so I wouldn't sing. I'll stop singing.
I'll have to find that song. I'll have to listen to it.
You have to.
Would you rather be able to pause your life or would you rather be able to have a pause or rewind button on life?
Oh, rewind, please.
Yeah. So would you rather be able to speak all languages or be able to speak to animals?
All languages.
Yeah, I agree with that. If I ever visited London, what is one place that I must see?
Buckingham Palace.
Okay. I will definitely, then I will go. Okay, if I go to London, which I really do hope to go to London someday, because like I know so many people there and then I could meet so many people. Oh my goodness, I just got a notification on my screen. Sorry, that was loud. But yeah. And where can people find you on social media and like the Diana Award and everything to follow your amazing journey?
Sure. So it's where Diana Ward is on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Same. It's at Diana Ward, and I'm on Instagram at Tessy Ojo, and it's just simply the way my name is spelled, Tessy Ojo. I'm a bit more complicated on on Twitter because it's T tall, which is too tall. So it's easier to just find me on Insta at Tessy Ojo.
Yes, I love that. So make sure to follow her and her amazing journey because it really is inspiring and will put a smile on your face. And I guess I'll ask this question one more time, but what is something that makes you smile?
Being here with you right now makes me smile.
This makes me smile. Like, as you can see, this podcast is really making me smile and I love it. So thank you so much for being here today. And I love it, even though I am in the US and you are in the UK, we are still able to, we're still able to connect. This was so much fun. And I think it's really cool to be able to connect with people from all around the world. And yeah, just thank you so much for being here. It was so much fun.
No, it's a pleasure. I've loved it. This is like the best half an hour of my day so far. I've
Same
laughed
here.
more in this half hour than I've laughed all day because I've just literally been on my computer walking away.
Yeah, I love this. And again, thank you so much. And like I said, this definitely put a smile on my face, and I hope that it did for the viewers and listeners as well, because I just, yeah, and sorry, like I said at the end of all my podcast, remember that you don't just have to be an adult to make a difference, you can be a kid too. And I hope this makes you smile. Have a great day. Bye.